Made Napier. I mean, they made Billy Napier a trending topic, most hated man in America on Saturday. And I'm literally genuinely on Saturday. I was checking in on Florida fans that I just knew casually to see how they were handling it. And it's he's getting flamed by the group chat right now terribly.
So you bring that up. I mean, everybody's kind of saying pack it in. I'm surprised by we put out the most viewed video for Rufino and Joe from last show was us declaring that he's done. And a lot of the Florida fans were commenting, yep, he's done. We're sick of this. We're sick of this. He's the worst coach that we've ever had. There's some comments that are kind of defending him, which is a little weird. But you noted here that there were some comments that Billy Napier made today where he was saying, we can't listen to the fans in the basement. Billy, you don't say that if you're not reading the comments and listening to the people that you're trying to downplay as their opinion not mattering. Clearly it's getting to you, Billy. It's clearly getting to you because our opinion does matter when you continue to falter and when you need support, but instead you're going to go after the people that you claim are sitting in their basement, which is one of the laziest, stupidest tropes that we consistently get from coaches when they're struggling and they suck at their jobs.
Yeah, not only that, it's not just saying, hey, we need to stay offline and try to focus on ourselves, which was the premise of his entire conference was, hey, if we just lock in and focus on football, if you left it at that, it would have been fine coach speak, we move on for it. But not only are you attacking the fans, you're attacking the fans in your own state, in Florida, saying Central Florida. Hi, Ben, it's nice. There are no basements. You can't have basements in Florida because the groundwater is so high up, and you genuinely can't dig into your basement without it flooding. That's why so many people's houses flood on the first floor. It's the flattest state in America, but it's just for topography.
How did we end up on? I was listening to you, obviously, but how do you end up with topography?
You don't attack the state, the fans of the state where you are in college football. That seems like rule number one of advice that I would give to a head coach. Hey, I know you do things your own way, but let's lay off the fans that are in our state that do travel to the games because there's Florida fans spread everywhere. That's where they're everywhere in Florida. They're infested. They infest everywhere in the nation. So just work in generics, please. And don't turn everyone against you every time you open your yap. It felt very not premeditated, very, very on the spot. I'm getting overly emotional about what happened.
Well, and that to me is the real nail in the coffin for Billy Napier because you've gotten to the point where you don't care how people are going to react to you directly calling out fans who are sick of your shit. You are directly now criticizing those people, which you just pointed out. You should never, ever criticize the fans because the minute that you do theoretically, say you turn this around somehow, you upset Georgia and everybody feels Billy fixed it and you're going to get an extra year.
Yeah.
None of that's going to happen. You're going to get fired. Everyone is always going to be on your tail the minute that you slip up even an inch. You're making yourself unlikable. And it's clear that indirectly, subconsciously, maybe he's already at that point where he knows that there's no saving this. He's just going to point out all of these people have had it in for me since the start, which is also not true because he's gotten a ridiculous amount of support from fans when he was hired. Everybody thought that it was a tremendous, ridiculous hire, and it wasn't.
Yeah, it's it feels like you're letting the noise get to you. And sure, there's been a lot of noise for Napier. There's a lot of comparison with Mullen and what happened and he's undeserved. It's just a bad play. It's never a good play to go after. And there's not a job in America where you can be more instantly likable than a college football coach. Nobody wants to like someone more than a fan wanting to like the head coach of their football team that they root for. Everybody wants to like that coach. You know why? Because he's going to bring you wins and happiness. He's going to take you out of your zone for a little bit and coach up a team ready to go. If it's a coach that's losing, yeah, you're going to have some people that are really just not going to like you anyways. But even in loss, you can be a good person and be liked at the podium. You can say the right things and be coached up about that and practice what you're going to say and be ready for it. Or you're a leader of men. People want to respect you as well. And if you go 0 for 3 on that, no one's going to be in your corner. And right now, it looks like Napier is at that 0 for 3 level.
I like Ron's Barnyard Billy. That's a good one. Yeah, no, the smoke's already there. The fire is already burning. There's no way to survive this if you're Billy Napier. The biggest thing is that you come into that game you don't even need to win it. You don't even need to win it because Miami was clearly the better team on paper before the game was even snapped. They were favored as well. You just needed to play them close and play a hard-fought battle. And neither of those things came to fruition. You looked hapless. You looked unmotivated as a team. And more importantly, you had the biggest issue over the last 2 years. You had multiple stupid penalties throughout the game. I forget what their final penalty stats were, but the same dumb, simple mistakes that have held them back as a program that come down to coaching continue to catch up to them. There was a headline during the offseason that they were going to be using a special teams launching pad, which we had at Rhode Island. And kind of the joke was, well, did that help? Clearly, it didn't fix the other issues. Clearly, it didn't fix the other problems. This is a program that is a problem front to back and that is not going to be fixed anytime soon. You got to start over. I give them 2 more weeks. I give them 2 more weeks.
Then they just completely pull it.
I don't know what their next SEC matchup is, but if they lose their whatever the next SEC loss is, that he's done.
When do you pull the plug on Mertz?
I've been saying that you start Lagway as soon as possible. I think that if you fire Billy, whoever the interim is, the athletic director needs to say, just start Lagway. If he struggles, who cares? We need this kid to feel wanted. We need this kid to start building some confidence and enjoy being there. It's the only way to guarantee that kid stays. Because otherwise, I mean, that's your future. That's the only really reason it feels like Billy Napier got the extra year was because he recruited this future superstar. And he looked pretty good in the spurts that he had for a true freshman going up against that defensive line. But I'm pulling him as soon as Billy's gone.
I think I saw Bud Elliott saying he was projecting Lagway to College Station next
that, which
year.
is pretty funny.
Yeah, we'll see what
Someone
happens.
pointed out apparently he is a Baylor. He's got like a Baylor connection, a father
Really?
or something. Yeah. Family member went to Baylor. I think it might be his dad.
Maybe you could turn around Baylor. That'd be fun.
He random as shit.
We'll get around out of there. I'm sure Baylor would turn around just fine.